Well, any way you slice it, our national debt is on an unsustainable path. And do you know how all this federal spending and borrowing can impact your finances and retirement? Well, investment advisor Brian Mirau joins us live today. And Brian, Bloomberg Research recently reported that it conducted 1 million simulations on the U.S. debt outlook, and 88% of them show our current borrowing is on an unsustainable path. So what's your reaction to these numbers?
Well, Nicole, you're happy to be here today. It's concerning to say that at the least. It indicates that there's a high likelihood that the current trajectory of the U.S. borrowing isn't sustainable in the long term. And, studies like this one at Bloomberg suggest that without significant changes, such an increased revenue, decreased spending, or both, the country could face some serious economic challenges down the road. And it's a reminder of the importance of fiscal responsibility.
How are some of the current numbers looking?
Well, right now our national debt is over 34 trillion with no signs of slowing down, and current economic forecasts indicate that it's going to balloon to over 54 trillion in the next decade. And it's not a fun conversation to have, as it's almost certain that it's going to result in higher taxes for Americans. And decreased spending is what needs to happen first, but after that, it's increased revenue. And much of the time, raising taxes is the easiest way to do that. We have a national debt hole to dig out of, and as much as I disagree with it, higher taxes may be one of the ways out.
So, Brian, how do you talk to people about preparing for the likelihood of higher taxes in the future?
Well, Nicole, the first thing I recommend for people is to become educated. I don't mean go out and become a CPA. I mean become a good steward of your finances and the basics of taxes. Many times there are opportunities in an individual situation to save money on taxes. If you have investment and retirement accounts, there are strategies to reduce your tax burden over your lifetime. Things like Roth conversions, these are something you want to look at, as they can help you reduce taxes down the road. These can reduce the forced distributions from your retirement accounts, like your traditional IRAs, your 401ks, and your other Section 400 retirement plans. And when these distributions are forced to come out, they come out as ordinary income, and they're completely taxable. So you want to try to offset that as much as possible, and Roth conversions may help here.
So what are some other ways to help people learn about existing opportunities to save on taxes, investment, and retirement accounts?
Well, Nicole, strategies like qualified charitable distributions, these are good options. This is where you can have your required minimum distribution sent directly to your charity. And we also look at things like a donor advised fund, which will allow you to take advantage of itemizing your charitable contributions in offsetting years and still take advantage of the large standard deduction.
So, Brian, anything else you'd like to leave us with today?
Well, Nicole, even though we just passed tax day on the 15th, tax season is never really over. You want to be as tax efficient as possible. And today we're actually offering a free in-depth tax analysis for all of our viewers out here today. And in this tax analysis, we identify opportunities to become efficient against taxes down the road and in the future. We just find that most of these basic strategies are not being communicated by many tax professionals and financial advisors. And Nicole, one more thing, we're also offering a free complimentary copy of my book titled Smart Money for the Backside of Life, along with the free tax analysis for anyone wanting to set a visit. And in my book, I talk about many different aspects of retirement that folks deal with on the backside of life, especially taxes.
Well, you can text RETIRE to 915-233-2904 for your free tax analysis, and you can set a visit to receive a copy of Brian's new book, Smart Money for the Backside of Life. Again, that number 915-233-2904 and text RETIRE. You can also visit their website online at www.mirocapital.com/TV. Thank you, Brian, as always.
Nicole, thanks for having me today.